Hey everybody, it's Willow from Willow Moon Mystical. So I had gotten a request to create a Mojo bag that someone can carry into court with them. So I got out my book of shadows and I started looking through it for a certain spell that I have in here um, called Justice. This one here, and actually it has been revitalized, and it's now called A Call for Justice. So I took this, as you can see, the pages in my Book of Shadows are like artwork. That's because that's how each time I write a spell or perform a spell, I will create a page, an art page for my Book of Shadows. And I can easily take these off, as you can see here. So I can copy these for someone and then just put them back in. So that's what I'm doing. I wanted to create an art. I wanted to create a page for my Book of Shadows for this Mojo Port Mojo bag that I'm going to be making for someone. So what I did is I took regular typing paper, and this is just regular. Let me get this out. This is just regular copier paper, and you can see where it laid on my oven. And I coffee dyed it in my sink, and then I placed it in my oven to let it slowly heat dry. Watching it very closely, you will notice one or two sheets starting to curl up a little bit on the top. Take them off, they are dried, and then you keep doing it until you work down through a small stack. So I have these ones that I've just done, and these is the what I use for the artwork pages in my Book of Shadows. So let me set him aside. So I really hope you can see this. This is one that I just created for a Call of Justice Court Mojo bag, and these are my artist pencils. And what I do is I will go in with the pencil and the eraser, and I will sketch it in, and then I will go back with my prism color pencils, and I will color them. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if this is going to be a complete video on this, but I just wanted to show you the process of how I create pages for my Book of Shadow. And then after this is finished, then I will create the Mojo bag off of this sheet. So what I do is I'll go in and color over the pencil and all, and then I'll go back in and fill in the words with a black marker. And then I'll take my big prism color eraser and I will just erase all of the pencil work. So the first one that I see I need to do is calendula. And calendula is like an orange. So I'm going to see which orange it is I want to use. I think it's a dark orange in the center and a lighter orange on the outside. Let me see. I was looking for my pencil sharpener, but I don't seem to have it out here with me. So I may have to run and get that. But for now, I think we might be okay. So I want to take the darker on the inside. And the inside there is more of a yellow. And then I want to take the lighter orange on the outside. So Kalinda is wonderful for court cases. It can also work much like an agate, which is it can work on the root cause. And that is one of the reasons why it is used in court cases. For you can create an incense, burn it in an incense, you can carry some in your pocket. When you go into court, you can make a mojo bag, which is what I'm going to do. Some people call them gree-grees or charm bags. And then you can also use it on an orange candle. You can soak it in water and let it, you can put it in, you can put Kalinda in a thing of water and let it simmer out in the moonlight the night before you go to court. You don't want to add heat. You just want to let it float in the water the night before you go to court. And that is supposed to favor Justilda, one of the goddesses of justice. So I've got that in. I'm going to go back with that darker orange. Awesomeness. Okay. And then I'm ready for, in the center is, this is yellow. Calendulas really don't have a smell, and they repel bugs. They were one of my mother's favorite flowers to plant. Also, what they call them, marigolds, which is calendula. But she would love to plant these out in front of her house to help keep the bugs away for when she set out on her porch in her porch swing. So we'll put a little bit of yellow in with these. That's the reason why I like prism color. They really do blend well. Perfect. And then I would need a green, and it is like a calendula is like a darker green, a fuller green. So let me see what I have here. No, those greens wouldn't work. Let's see what greens. Is it that one? No, that looks more like a bluish green. Not crazy. That's the one thing about this, is I don't see the darkest green like I would normally use for maybe, but I think it's little. Okay. See, the leaves on the calendula is narrow at the bottom, and it gets broader as it moves upwards. And I'll have to go back in and add the veins. But I think I'm going to have to pause this video and run in and get my sharpener. I can't believe I left it. But you know, I was using my sharpener earlier, and I think I forgot to add it back in to my art bag. And this doesn't have to be perfection, you know. I like that it looks like I did it myself, because I did do it myself. So I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to run in and see if I can find my sharpener. So bear with me just a second. Okay, so I'm back, and I did grab my pencil sharpener. So let me turn this around. They say keep your pencils sharp, but I find if I sharpen them too much, it might break them. So now we have the calendula done. I might go back in with see if I can put another. See, I like to use this eraser because it will blend some of that out. Got a little bit zealous there. But honestly, that's okay. That doesn't matter. And maybe I can go back in with a pen to put in the veins. I think that's what I'll do. I think that's how I normally do it. I haven't really got to do this in a while. I have some sketched up. I just haven't had a chance to color them. The next thing we're going to is Galinga root, which is known as Low John, and this is perfect for court cases. So with that, this is kind of like a yellowish brownish color. So let me see what we might have here. This might work. What is this? What is this? Ochre. Yellow ochre or yellow ochre. Okay, fine. Just what this one will do. Because that's what it is. It's kind of like a yellow. Broke the pencil. That's good. Put my green. Leave that green out because that's the green I'm going to be using. And I need like a soft brown. This one will do. Because now with the brown, I just want to go along like the edges. And then it had green shoots coming off of it. But I think that might just define that a little bit better. And then it had these rings that was running through it. Like I said, I'm not too worried about staying in right on the lines because I will go back in with my eraser. Now we can take this one. There we go. That's about the color of the root. And Low John is mostly also known as Chewing John, Southern John. It has different folk names, but it is for court cases. It is a great one to use in legal matters of all sort and court cases. Now I'm going to go in with the green, but I think this time, I think it's like a spring green. Like right down here, it's like a spring green. And then it's going to shoot off to the other one. Yeah, so the shoots off are like that. And that is Galinga root or Low John. Easier to pronounce. Low John. Put the browns back. And now we're moving on to High John jar. So I'll want to take my white and color in the label. And like I said, this isn't a perfect rendition of a jar or anything, but I liked it. I think that's all the white's going to give us. It's not really going to, but that's good. And now I want to go back in with that brown that I had. Let's see, where did I place that brown? There we go. Artwork is very much a part of your magic. It's expression, it's encouragement, it's inspiration. You know, it's recording and storing your magic in the works that you do. So I think I want to go in with, here we go. I'm going to go back in with this. I can try to, let me see if I can. I'm going to see if I can color a little bit lighter with the brown instead of making it so dark. There we go. But watercolors and color pencils, those are all a part of my magical practice. Because, like I said, with watercolors, I like to create sigil cards that I reuse over and over when I want to work with that sigil, and I'll allow them to sit on my altar. And then I also like to paint my own altar cloths for the different Sabbaths or different occasions that I'm doing. And I like to create bookmarks and sometimes magical bookmarks too for occasions. Okay, I think that's good for the oil jar. Um, need to, I think this will go back in for the cork. I think this will do for the cork. I think it's close enough. Now, what if we put a little bit of brown over that? And there we go. There's the cork. Perfect. There is my oil. Now, we will be using crystals, and the crystals we are going to be using, of course, is red jasper. Carry a piece of red jasper on you when you go into any courtroom or when you're visiting any lawyer. And then the next crystal we're going to be using is carnelian. And the reason why we're using carnelian is carnelian is a road opener. It is a wonderful road opener. But also, because it is an agate, it works on the cause of the situation, much like the calendula. Pairing calendula with carnelian is always a smart match for when roadblocks and things are set into your way. Okay, after that, now we have clear quartz. And I think I'm just going to have to use the white for the clear quartz in some way. Let me think for a second. I think I'm going to take just a little bit of gray, maybe, so it can be seen a little better. I think that might have done it. Yeah. So clear quartz. Next is orange for orange fabric. We will definitely be using an orange fabric, and I think I want to use another color of orange so it doesn't dominate. What is this? Orange yellow. Okay. Well, good enough. So this is you'll need a square piece of orange fabric for legal matters, for court cases. You know, I've heard other people say you can use a different color scheme, but I was always taught orange for court, orange for balance, orange for justice. And you know, they say stick with what you know. So that's what I'm going to have to do. So you're going to need an orange piece of fabric, a square, a 4x4, a 6x6 is fine. And then you're going to need some orange twine. So now we have that. Now moving on up, we're coming into American Blue Vervain. And American Blue Vervain is wonderful for, oh, I need some different greens here. American Blue Vervain is wonderful for, well, it's good for the art of persuasion and favor. So if you're kind of like going for the judge's favor, it would be a good idea to, yeah, add a little bit of American Blue Vervain. You could also add ironweed for strength, for forcefulness, to compel. But I think the art of persuasion is fine. We'll just go with the art of persuasion. I don't like to compel or force myself onto anyone. So I know this green up here, this has a different green at the top. So let's go in with this one. I might need to sharpen it. So an American blue vervain, it actually looks a purple to me, but they call it a blue. So I digress. So we're going to take this green and we're going to go up in here with these ones. Now I know I'm not staying directly on the pencil markings, and then yeah, so this one stays this color. Then these here can also be into this color because there is a purple flowers there. But when you get to the stem and the leaves, those are more of a darker green. So this is what the vervain stalk itself looks like. And that's what it looks like it grows to me. It looks like it grows like a stalk. As such, then it's the green that takes it from there. I wonder why that curved off like that. Interesting. But on the leaves, they are dark green. But I don't want to make the same mistake I made with the calendula. And their leaves, the leaves are very long, kind of like really long, rounded more here, going down to a point. It has serrated edges. And then the the veins on it that I seen, the veins were like even. See how they're like even on the sides? And you have the smaller leaves. Also serrated. Then the larger leaves. Now I'm putting in the veins with the dark green, but I don't think I'm going to fill the leaf in with the dark green. I think I'll go back with the lighter green. I want to get this lighter green base down first. I am not an artist by any sense, but I do enjoy creating my own pieces for my self use, yeah, for my book of shadows and birthday cards and different cards that I love to create and I love to paint. So now I'm going to go back in with this since I've got that color down, and I'm just going to go over it gently to darken it, but I don't want to overpower it like I did with the calendula. This is the reason why I absolutely love Prismacolor. And by doing that, you can see that it is a deeper green than here, but you can see the veins running through it as well. Now I need to find the purple, because this plant is a purple, but it's not the purple of lavender. It's more like the purple of a lilac bush. Uh-oh, that broke. I have a prism color sharpener, but I don't know what I done with it. Hope I never left it at the park. We like to go to the park and sketch, my husband and I, and I'm hoping I didn't leave it there. So see, it has bunches like this that form on it. It's like these will die, then another patch will form. They're so pretty to see them growing. And they have some folk names, like some is swamp flower or swamp plant. I just think they're so pretty. I I found a bunch of these growing along the Great Miami River down in Hamilton, Ohio, a few years back, and I really grabbed, harvest a lot of these, and then I dried them, and I gave them to people as in bouquets, and yeah, they loved them, and I just done that, just as a gift. Now we're coming on to Abre Camino, and this absolutely means road opening. But what we use is we just can do a little shaving of the bark, or we can use cut up pieces of the root. Some people may use the leaves, I don't know, but it's the bark that I've always shaved and used, and some of the root as well. So I know that the flowers on these are white. Those are white. So I don't know if